Dimension 5 Productions presents The Third Doctor, Exile. Homo Ultrus by Charlie Buckley. Starring William BOLLANDS-STRAW as the Doctor. Doctor, how advanced is this technology exactly?
Not too advanced, I don't think.
Quantum teleportation isn't too advanced?
I shouldn't think so. Could you pass me that screwdriver, Liz?
Here you go. Okay, when exactly do we understand quantum technology?
You humans think you know about it until roughly the 23rd century.
At which point?
You know a tiny bit. You can't do this for a good 1,000 years.
So this quantum teleporter can transport you anywhere in space and time like your TARDIS could?
In a sense, it can't travel halfway across the universe, but maybe across the galaxy.
Oh, how restrained you'll be.
Yes. You know, this isn't dissimilar from vortex manipulator. Very crude form of time travel. My TARDIS is Bessie, and this is...
A space hopper?
Precisely. Still, this can take us to billions of planets, and we'll be free of Earth until I can fix my TARDIS. I'll take you to Epsilon 6. They have the nicest views in the galaxy, and some fine inventors indeed.
Need me to do anything?
Just about done it.
That didn't sound good.
It's fine, Liz. Alright, Liz, I've set this to transport me 10 feet in that direction, 5 seconds forward in time. I just need you to input these buttons, and then point it at me.
Okay, Doctor. Are you sure this will work?
Positive. I'd have built a better one with more advanced technology, but I work with what I'm given. Are you ready?
If you are. 1... One, 2, 3, 4, 5... Doctor? Doctor! Doctor, Liz, we've received reports of strange goings-on at Alcatraz prison. We're flying there in 20 minutes. Sorry, Benton, I've got a problem. The Doctor built this quantum teleportation device to transport in 5 seconds into the future.
And?
It's been 30. Come on, let's look for him. He can't have gone far. I wouldn't be so sure.
Doctor!
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 Doctor! Doctor! Doctor! Doctor!
Shall we tell the Brigadier?
Well, we're running out of options, Yates. I really think we should. Yes? Brigadier, it's the Doctor. The Doctor? What about him? Brigadier, the Doctor's gone.
Liz, I think something went wrong. You were right. What? Oh dear, this is terrible. Okay, Doctor, something went wrong. My calculations were drastically off, and instead I've been transported to some kind of prison. A coastal prison by the sounds of it. Judging by the architecture, I'd say I'm on Earth still, thank goodness. Probably the 1950s, I should imagine.
Don't move a muscle. You're coming with us.
Please, gentlemen, let's be reasonable. I'm not an inmate, am I?
This is Alcatraz, the most secure prison in the world. We're taking you to the warden.
Oh, very well. Take me to your leader.
Yes. Very well. Yes. Please do. Goodbye. Still nothing? New York, Geneva, Paris, no unit HQ across the globe has found a trace of him. He did say his quantum teleporter could send him in space and time. For all we know, he could appear right here in 5 seconds. We can only hope, Miss Shaw. Indeed we can. Benton, heard any more from the US government? Yes, sir. They aren't impressed that we can't arrive, saying that this is too big of an emergency for us to ignore because of a missing employee. You can tell them that the Doctor is more than just an employee. Have they received any more of their supernatural phenomena? No, sir. Supernatural phenomena? What exactly? Have you heard of Alcatraz prison, Miss Shaw? I wish I hadn't. The most secure prison on the planet, home of the most dangerous criminals of their time. It closed years ago. Well, that's why they're worried. Alcatraz prison is now open for tourists, and one of them spotted lines being carved into the wall. Nobody was carving them. They were simply appearing as they observed. So the American government is deeming an invisible man carving lines into the walls of a disused prison a threat? As ridiculous as it sounds, Miss Shaw, yes. An invisible man is a dangerous weapon in the wrong hands, and they want us to discover and neutralize it. But the Doctor is more important. If we hear nothing about him in 1 hour, we fly there, knowing the Doctor it has something to do with him. I almost hope it is. I'm going to search the entire complex for him. For all we know, he is locked in the boiler room, banging on its door. I'll get some of my best men to search our storage warehouses. Let us know if you find anything. Benton, Yates? Sir.
Sir!
Benton, a platoon of men to our storage warehouses. All 7. Yes, sir. Yates, 3 platoons shall each take 1 truck. You're to search every road and field within 20 miles of here.
Yes, sir.
What will you do? Wait and hear more about this invisible man. With any luck, it may lead us to the Doctor. Who are you working for?
Here? I'm not under anybody's authority being here.
How did you get here?
I've told you already. A quantum teleporter.
No, you didn't. You a friend of the prisoners, sent to free them?
No, I've told you. I'm just a scientist.
What is your name?
The Doctor!
There's no need, Kirshner. He's not going to give us any information.
Finally, someone with common sense and rationale.
Thank you, Mr. Well, Doctor, I suppose. Tell me, Doctor, how did you get into this prison? Alcatraz is famed as one of the most secure prisons in the world, and none of our security footage has any sign of you entering. How did you do it then? I won't tell anyone else.
Very clever interrogation technique you have there, but don't mistake me for a fool. I've told you the truth, but you only don't believe me because you're all still primitive.
What's that supposed to mean?
I arrived here through the use of a quantum teleporter. It deconstructs every subatomic particle in the system, before transporting and reforming the same system in another place, and, in my instance, time.
Time, you say? When are you from, then? 2000?
1971, actually.
And you mean to tell us that we have access to teleportation in 15 years?
No, but I do. I'm from another planet, with technological advancements far beyond that of your own planet.
Shall I send him for a drugs test, sir? No, I've got a use for him. Doctor, I don't believe you're an alien. That's ridiculous. I don't believe you're from the future. But I can tell you're a scientist, and a good one too. We want your help.
With what, exactly?
Prisoners are going missing. So far, 3 have, all in the past week. No sign of them leaving the island. The sharks would get them if they swam. Cellmates refuse to tell us anything.
And you want me to solve this for you?
I do, Doctor. Will you?
What's the alternative?
Rotting in a cell here for the rest of your life.
Well, I suppose I have no choice. Take me to the missing prisoner's cellmates.
Right this way.
Interrogator, look!
What is it?
Scratchings on the wall, right behind where the doctor was sat.
What?
He must have been trying to tell someone something. My eyes aren't the best. Can you read it?
Yes, so he must have been. It says... Anything? Not a trace. Nobody's seen a glimpse. He may be in a parallel universe. Like when we were overseeing Starman's project? It's a possibility. I'm afraid it is. Come in. Sir, we found nothing in the warehouses.
Nothing on these roads within 20 miles from here. He's gone, sir.
Nonsense. The doctor will turn up, I just know he will. Besides, it's been 1 hour. We're flying to Alcatraz. Now? In 10 minutes or so, yes. Benton, Yates, prepare the helicopter.
Sir!
Do you think these markings on the walls at Alcatraz could have something to do with the doctor? I haven't the foggiest, Miss Shaw. We'll just have to have a see. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Any more supernatural phenomena at Alcatraz? Yes, actually. More carvings on the walls, lines, dots, trailing all down the corridors. In fact, we have live footage of a corridor right now. I think I have a theory. Oh yes? The Doctor has been transported to Alcatraz at some point in its history and is scratching the walls to get our attention. It would make sense. Hang on. Brigadier, could you zoom into that section there, please? Of course. It's Morse code.
So it is. I'm a tad rusty in Morse, but I think that says...
Dot dash dot 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 dash dash dot dot. My name! It must be the Doctor. Whatever he's going to tell us is probably going to lead us to him. Agreed, Benton. I'm sure of it.
Hello, Mr. Cole. I'm the Doctor. How do you do?
Could be better.
Why? Because you've been in the prison system since 1909, convicted of murder, manslaughter, and assault? You stabbed and killed your prison guard a few years ago, did you not?
I did, and I didn't regret it. What you in for?
I'm not an inmate, Mr. Cole. I'm investigating the disappearance of a fellow inmate, a Mr. Henry Young. Have you heard of him?
Wish I hadn't. Haven't seen him in years, mind. What are you investigating anyway, Detective? I ain't done nothing this time.
I believe you, Mr. Cole. I'm wondering if you've noticed any strange happenings, shall I say, in the prison.
A few guys went missing this past week, sending the guards into a frenzy. Few were killed.
Killed? The warden never told me of this. Do you have any more information?
Rumor has it he went down into the basement. Heard some funny noises. Next day the guards took his body to San Francisco morgue.
Did you see the said body?
Got a glimpse. Nasty stuff. Big burn mark. Brutal hole in his chest.
Do you believe it was a prisoner?
I'm beyond caring, Detective.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Cole.
Well, Doctor, what'd you find out?
Something is kidnapping your prisoners and killing anyone else who finds out. Why didn't you tell me about the dead prisoner?
That, Doctor, is highly classified information.
And prisoners going missing isn't? If you want me to solve this, I must have all the information.
What's that you're doing to the walls?
Sending a message to my friends. You may not believe I'm from your future, but I know I am. And due to my time-traveling nature, these scratches are happening at the same place in the time continuum as unit are observing them.
Meaning?
They'll see the scratches as I draw them, which will likely arouse suspicion, and subsequently, unit will arrive and follow my instructions.
Those being?
I'll write them in due course. We have more pressing matters. I'd like to see the basement.
Right this way. Chief Guard?
Yes, sir?
We're heading to the basement. Assemble the best guards we have.
You sure, sir? Lockford was murdered down there.
Exactly. Now assemble those guards. You have any idea what's down there?
I'm hoping it's nothing, Warden. But if it is something, there are a few possibilities, none of which I feel like fighting today.
Hello, Mr. Cole. Do you remember me? I do. I'm surprised, Mr. Cole. A couple of decades in solitary confinement are enough to drive anybody insane. I mean, you haven't exactly kept yourself together. I mean, look at you, but a weaker man, well, would have gone insane. What's your point, interrogator? You here to question me again? Not exactly, Mr. Cole. What's that needle for, interrogator? What you gonna inject me with? Or is this some sort of twisted way of telling me I got the death sentence? I wouldn't worry, Mr. Cole, it's just a small sedative. Calms the nerves. What you gonna do to me? This won't hurt a bit. I don't think so.
Well, this is all very gloomy, isn't it? I'm finding it slightly hard to believe this isn't the base of a murderer.
Yeah, this used to be part of the prison back in the 30s. Ended up falling apart, so we just sort of forgot about it.
And now something is down here, killing your prisoners.
Maybe that's for the better, Doctor.
It certainly isn't. Prisons are for reformation and rehabilitation, not punishment.
The guys who set this place up will disagree with you.
Maybe they will. Where I come from, we're far more civilized.
I've told you before, Doctor, I don't believe you're some alien. You're a possibly delusional scientist who somehow ended up here, and is now helping us catch a murderer.
Think what you want of me, Warden. I'll help you find whoever is taken and killing your prisoners, and then you won't arrest me. Is that clear?
Yes. Okay, so let's assume you are some, I don't know, Martian.
A Time Lord.
Okay. If this isn't a human, what kind of creature would it be?
It could be a number of species. Slovene, Sontarans, Sycorax, Silurians.
These aliens really like their S's, don't they?
Yes, I suppose they do. How big is this basement anyway? We've been walking for about 5 minutes.
The basement's underneath the entire complex, a building within the island. See that room there?
The one with 2 walls missing?
Yeah, that was once the office of the first warden at Alcatraz. Nobody knew why, but the entire lower level started to collapse. The walls grew mold, caved in on themselves. Weird rumbling and groaning noises.
How do you know about this, Warden? Or is it just some urban legend?
It's legit, Doctor. My dad worked here as a guard in the 30s.
Did you ever visit?
Always wanted to, but Dad said it was too dangerous. He was right.
Warden, watch out!
The Doctor, William BOLLANDS-STRAW, Liz Shaw, Charlie Buckley, Brigadier Lethbridge-Stewart, Charlie Buckley, Captain Yates, Scott Barron, Chief Guard, Jamie Edwards, Warden Robert Cole and Sergeant Benton, Charlie Buckley, written and directed by Charlie Buckley, cover and credits designed by Matthew Watkins, incidental music by Philip Chance, inspired by Delia Derbyshire and Ron Grainer, produced by Charlie Buckley for Dimension 5 Productions. The Third Doctor, Exile. Homo Ultrus, Episode 1.